Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a lot of news revolving around Black Ops 4 and the Call of Duty franchise. Here in today's video, I'm going to be covering all of these updates, so hopefully you guys will all sit back, relax, and enjoy. And to kick things off here today, as most of you know, a new winter event went live on the PlayStation 4 yesterday. This event will be coming to the Xbox One and the PC next week, but to celebrate the event going live on the PS4, Treyarch has activated double multiplayer experience, double zombies experience, and double merits in Blackout for the entire weekend for every platform, including the Xbox One and the PC. The XP event will be lasting from today until 10 a.m. Pacific on Monday, December 17th, so be sure to carve out some time to play this weekend. Speaking of the weekend, a new Close Quarters Frenzy mode has just started in Blackout, which will also be active all weekend and be going away Monday morning. What makes Close Quarters Frenzy unique is the circle collapses much faster than normal, and the only weapons you can find on the map are going to be submachine guns, shotguns, pistols, and I believe the Bowie knife as well. It's a great way to farm merits because people move around a lot more, especially with the circle collapsing so fast, so win or lose, you're likely going to be getting into a lot more gunfights than normal, and with double merits also being active, it's a pretty great weekend to level up in Blackout. Now, speaking of Blackout, there's also something that I forgot to address in yesterday's video, and I want to address it here today because honestly, guys, I have not played a lot of Blackout over the course of the past couple of weeks. Those of you who follow me on Twitter know that I'm getting very close to Dark Matter as well as Master Prestige, so I've been focusing on doing that as compared to playing Blackout, and with all the Blackout updates and changes that have been happening recently, it's very easy to lose track of what was updated and what came out when, and it's all just very confusing. If you guys don't know, when they added Hijacked to the game on the PlayStation 4, they also revamped a bunch of other locations on the Blackout map. They added some holiday music to the radios, they changed up the trees to look like fall, and they also added a bunch of other little things like that. Well, with yesterday's update, when they added the winter event to the PlayStation 4, they also added even more holiday decorations to the Blackout map, and because I haven't really been focusing on Blackout that much, I had a hard time distinguishing what was there previously and what was actually brand new. In fact, I actually did play a bit of Blackout yesterday trying to find these new decorations, and as you guys can see, I did find some of them right outside the boxing gym, but because I wasn't sure if those decorations were there before or not, I decided to instead not focus so much on Blackout in yesterday's video and rather focus on the limited time content that is going to be in multiplayer and zombies, because that content once again will be going away in 13 days time, and the decorations may also be going away, but we really don't know as of the recording of this video. Long story short, yes, there are holiday themed decorations on the Blackout map. They also have snowballs there, and it's a pretty great time to be a Blackout fan because so much content has been added to that mode over the course of the past week or so. Now, speaking of Christmas songs and the holiday season, I want to move away from the updates for a little bit and talk about the game itself, because as of right now, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is 50% off at Best Buy, and it was 50% off on Amazon earlier today, but that appears to have changed over the course of the past few hours or so. Holiday sales like this, of course, are nothing new, but some people will say this is a sign of Black Ops 4 dying, but lots of games are currently on sale at Best Buy for the holiday season, including Spider-Man, NBA 2K19, Madden 19, Battlefield 5, which has basically been on sale since launch, FIFA 19, NHL 19, Fallout 76, Battlefront 2, Overwatch, tons and tons of games, right? These are all on sale at Best Buy, so be sure to go ahead and take a look at that if you guys are interested. But before I go any further, I should say, no, I am not sponsored by Best Buy. This is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. I just saw that Black Ops 4 was $30, and I figured if I'm doing a big Call of Duty news roundup video, I should probably mention the fact that the game is 50% off, especially with the holidays being right around the corner. Now, moving away from some good news to some bad news, actually downright scary news here, Infinity Ward's offices were evacuated yesterday due to a bomb threat. I know that's one of the scariest headlines I've ever had to read on this channel, but thankfully everybody is okay, and it doesn't appear like anybody was ever in any real danger, which is actually true of most bomb threats, right? Now, forgive the story here for a second. I don't know if this was just a thing in my high school or if it's a thing in like all high schools across the country, but we had 2 or 3 bomb threats every single year. Most of the time, we were just evacuated from the school, and They would have us stand outside across the street while the drug dog went through. I remember one time I was particularly annoyed because it was Steak-'em day. I just got my Steak-'ums, and then a bomb threat happened. I had to go outside during lunch, and by the time I went back in, my Steak-'em was cold. It was actually terrible, but those were the little ones, right? There were occasionally some bigger, more credible bomb threats, apparently, where they would evacuate the entire school and then march the entire school across town to the middle school and have us sit there until the end of the day. And other times, they would cancel school prematurely because of these bomb threats. Like, somebody would make a threat or something like that before the day even started, and then we'd all get these phone calls saying, hey, no one come to school today, there's a bomb threat, you get the day off, essentially. So, is that just true of my high school? Was my high school particularly bad, or is that common across the country? Let me know about that down there in the comments. But going back to Infinity Ward here, it looks like this bomb threat was actually part of a huge Bitcoin scandal, and this wasn't necessarily a directed attack on Infinity Ward themselves. Apparently what's happening is there's an email that is coming from an unknown source, and it's being sent to office buildings, schools, businesses, and government buildings, claiming that there's a bomb nearby, and it's asking for $20,000 in Bitcoins as a ransom. Infinity Ward was just one of those offices that had to be evacuated, but no bombs were found, and everybody got out okay, which is true of, I believe, every other location where this bomb threat actually appeared. At first, some of us thought that maybe this was going to be tied to the Modern Warfare 4 leaks, but it appears that Infinity Ward wasn't just the sole target in this Bitcoin scam. Now, speaking of Modern Warfare 4, let's go ahead and wrap up the video today talking about that. So, as you guys may or may not know, it has been heavily rumored that the next Call of Duty game is going to be Modern Warfare 4. This information is coming from various industry insiders and gaming news sources, but of course, nothing is official until it's revealed or announced or properly leaked in one way or another. Now, just in case you guys aren't brushed up on your Call of Duty history, way back in 2009/2010, the original Infinity Ward team had a huge falling out with Activision over the rights to the Call of Duty franchise, and as a result of that, pretty much like 90% of the original Infinity Ward team, keep in mind the people who made Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, they left Infinity Ward, they left Activision, and they ended up forming Respawn Entertainment, who of course was responsible for the Titanfall franchise. Well, recently, over the course of, say, the past 6 months or so, about half a dozen of those former Infinity Ward employees have now left Respawn Entertainment and returned to Infinity Ward. Once again, these are the same people who worked on COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and after all these years, even after that huge falling out, they have returned to Infinity Ward, which is leading a lot of people, myself included, to believe that the Modern Warfare 4 leaks were actually on target. Well, yesterday, a lot of images started to appear on Reddit, claiming that Modern Warfare 4 is showing up on the Call of Duty mobile site. Some of these leaks are even giving us a date, though as far as I know, every single one of these is faked, right? They're pretty much all BS. Basically, what appears to be happening here is some people are trying to pull a fast one on the community, because last week, of course, we had the Call of Duty companion app accurately leak us DLC 1 for Black Ops 4, and as a result of that, people are now trying to pretend that the Call of Duty mobile site is leaking them information about Modern Warfare 4. Lots of people have been running tests on these images, and most of them appear to be photoshopped and provably photoshopped, though some of them are a bit harder to crack, like some of them actually look somewhat legitimate, but with so many of them being photoshopped, it's safe to say that we're looking at a hoax here in what is just another in a long line of faked Call of Duty games. Who remembers Call of Duty People's Army? This was the game that Sledgehammer was supposedly working on instead of Call of Duty World War II. It was going to be a Vietnam-themed game, and as you guys can see, the people who set up this faked leak really tried to make it look legitimate. This actually looks like it could be an early prototype of a new Call of Duty game, but of course, it wasn't real, right? Call of Duty World War II was the game that Sledgehammer was working on, not Call of Duty People's Army. For some reason, it's always Sledgehammer they like to fake the games around, because who remembers Call of Duty Patriots, right? Back when Advanced Warfare was coming out, there were leaks before that game was officially revealed, saying that Sledgehammer was actually working on a World War I game. It was going to be an alternate universe version of World War I by Sledgehammer as their first ever Call of Duty game, but as we all know, it became Advanced Warfare. There's a very big difference between Advanced Warfare and alternate World War I, right? So there have been lots of faked Call of Duty games over the years, and unfortunately, I believe these leaks for Modern Warfare 4 are just another one of those faked leaks. Now, if you guys want my honest opinion, I truly do believe to my core that at this very moment, Infinity Ward is working on Modern Warfare 4. Of course, that's not confirmed, but I do believe the rumors, I do believe the leaks, I do think they are working on Modern Warfare 4, and I also think that they are working on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered as well, and it's going to be involved somehow, either as a side game or maybe as a bundled exclusive like the original Modern Warfare Remastered. We really have no idea, but I do believe the that both of those games are in production, but I do not believe that these images right here are real. I wish they were. I really do wish these were real images. In fact, I hope I am proven wrong here, because I would love to see some credible Modern Warfare 4 leaks. It's been months since we've heard anything about that game, but unfortunately, guys, I do not believe these images are credible. But as always, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But until then, that is all I have for you guys here in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys all so much for listening. If you did enjoy the video, please drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, hold the phone, the video's not done yet. So the original plan was to end off this video by showing myself dying here in Blackout, and then of course unlocking Crash, because I basically had to do that. I had to choose between trying to win the game and unlocking Crash. I had only 15 healing items on me at the time, so I had to pick and choose. But now we have even more news to cover here in this video. This news just came out about 10 minutes ago, give or take, right when this video was about ready to go live on YouTube, but I figured I should add this on to the end of the video. So Treyarch has revealed that in their next update, though it's worth mentioning they have not confirmed when the next update is going to be, but one would assume it's going to be next week, they have confirmed that camos are coming to Blackout in the next update, along with custom games in Blackout, which sounds absolutely freaking fantastic. So how camos are going to work is you're not going to be able to earn camos in Blackout like we maybe thought we were going to. Instead, all camos that you earn in multiplayer, zombies, or get from the black market can be applied to weapons in Blackout via a new armory system, which is actually going to be quite similar to what we see in the zombies mode. If you guys don't know, in zombies you can go into the armory and then customize your weapon for the zombies experience. We're going to have the same thing happening in Blackout. You set your camos for the guns that you want, and then when you pick up those guns on the map, they will have the camo that you selected. In regards to custom games, they are going to make it so we can basically play the entirety of a Blackout match in a private match, basically, right? And what they're going to be doing is making it so you can have up to 12 people in the match with you. It's not as if you can have 100 friends with you at one time. It's going to be up to 12 people at the very beginning, but it will have solos, it will have duos, it will have quad support, it will also have weapon camo support and full character customization support. So basically, we're going to have private matches in Blackout, which is something that I personally have really wanted. I would love to just be able to walk along the Blackout map, really explore every little nook and cranny, try and find every little Easter egg that I can. Well, we're going to be able to do that with next week's update. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But until then, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.